FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Peter, what do you think are the top 3 things people should be doing now to prepare themselves for tough economic times? Should we be planting victory gardens and building chicken coops in our backyard?
Well, let me just say, one of the reasons this is so dangerous for American families is that we don't have, most of us don't have the option of doing that. We are not an agricultural economy anymore. We don't have big lots where we could do that. The fact is we depend on paid employment to survive, and that makes us much more vulnerable to economic downturns. You asked the big 3. I think the number one, and I'm repeating what some of the other panelists say, people simply have to live lower to the ground. You can think of it as sort of financial survivalism. You've got to save more. You've got to get closer to the ground. You've got to avoid exotic financial deals like some of these lunatic mortgages. Okay. The second thing I think that people ought to do is they've got to listen closely and be very vigilant at the workplace about their employer's performance in delivering the benefits that they've promised you. The safety net for most of you is not Medicare and Medicaid. It's not the things that you hear talked about as safety nets. It's your employer-provided benefits. And the fact of the matter is that over the last generation, the Supreme Court and increasingly conservative appeals courts have made a series of rulings that have flipped the one law that governs those benefits, the one federal law, it's called ERISA, on its head, making it easier for employers and insurers to deny benefits. So listen closely. Listen to the stories of your fellow employees about when they've had trouble, and have frank conversations with your employers about who makes the decision, for example. Is it your employer or is it a third party? And finally, I think there are some things we simply have to do together. We're going to have to do something about healthcare together as a society, and I think we're going to have to fix ERISA, by the way, together as a society.